In this video, I'm going to talk about how AI actually works, why AI companies are being sued by artists and writers, and what this all means for being able to use AI to create and publish books to sell on Amazon KDP. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for taking the time to join me here today. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, I would really love it if you would consider doing so, because I would love to see you back here next week. AI has been such a controversial topic this year because it has just shot up seemingly out of nowhere and has become so popular for creating literally anything. But AI has actually been around for a really long time, started way back in the 50s, and most of us have actually probably used it at some point without really realizing it. But now we are consciously being able to use AI to help us create any kind of book, from high content books to articles and blog posts to low content books like coloring books. And while there are some people who are totally against AI and want to have absolutely nothing to do with it, most people have welcomed it with open arms because it has made available to us a really quick and affordable way to make books. But how much do you actually know about AI? The gist of what we sort of hear about it is that AI creates original works. It is not copying anyone or stealing anyone's work, so we all feel great about using it. I came across an article this week, though, about some authors who have launched legal action against OpenAI, who owns the most popular AI bot ChatGPT, claiming that the company used copyright-protected intellectual property to train its artificial intelligence chatbot. This prompted me to do a little bit of research to see if there is any substance to these claims that these authors are making, and in fact found that this is just one of many lawsuits being filed against AI companies, which got me thinking, how do these AI bots even work, and are they stealing anybody's copyrighted works? First, let's have a look at how these AI bots work, because admittedly, I didn't actually know how they worked before Googling it, and then we'll talk about the lawsuits which have been filed and what it's going to mean for AI. Basically, AI, or artificial intelligence, is a smart computer capable of performing tasks that typically require human intelligence or are associated with human cognitive function. Things like identifying patterns, interpreting speech, or playing games. AI makes it possible for a machine to learn from experiences, adjust to new inputs, and perform human-like tasks. The first step in the whole AI process is data input. The machines have to learn from somewhere, right? And to be able to act like a human, it has to learn from humans. And it does this by processing massive amounts of data, which it gets from the internet. And this first step in the process here is where the problem lies. Where do these machines get the data from? As I just mentioned, they get it from the internet, and the machines do something called scraping. Data scraping is where the machine extracts data from online sources. So basically crawling through millions upon millions of web pages on the internet, taking data into the machine and using this data and information to teach the AI bot how to respond when given a specific prompt. You might already be starting to see why people have started launching lawsuits against these AI companies. The two authors who are suing OpenAI are best-selling authors Mona Awad and Paul Tremblay, and they are claiming that the AI bot used their copyrighted works, and I'm assuming the copyrighted works of other people too, to train the AI bot. They claim that ChatGPT ingested their novels without their consent as part of that scraping process that the machines go through. In an article in the LA Times, they said, when prompted, ChatGPT emitted extremely detailed summaries of Tremblay's The Cabin at the End of the World and Awad's Bunny and 13 Ways of Looking at a Fat Girl. Both authors claim this is proof that their novels were used to train the chatbot, and the filing includes ChatGPT responses to prompts regarding their novels. In June 2018, OpenAI OpenAI revealed that it trained GPT-1 using book corpus with a collection of over 7,000 unique unpublished books from a variety of genres, including adventure, fantasy, and romance. They copied the books from a website called smashwords.com that hosts unpublished novels that are available to readers at no cost. These novels, however, are largely under copyright. And this is not the only lawsuit currently filed against ChatGPT. A law firm on behalf of dozens of anonymous clients is accusing OpenAI of lifting private, sometimes identifying information from internet users without their informed consent or knowledge. And this is according to a report in the Rolling Stone. And I know that most of you who do watch my videos are mostly interested in publishing low content books. So you are probably thinking that all this doesn't apply to you. You're not really using ChatGPT to create books, so it's all a bit irrelevant. But this isn't just limited to text-based AI bots. The same is happening across all AI bots, including image-based ones like Midjourney. These AI bots use the exact same scraping process, but instead scrape massive amounts of data across images, videos, artwork, voices, music, etc. And while all these AI companies are saying this is done just for training purposes, so they're not denying that they do this scraping process, but they are saying that the actual output that the AI bot produces is completely original, but it doesn't seem that way. Getty Images, which is one of the biggest image and stock photography websites in the world, has launched a lawsuit against one particular AI company, claiming that they copied 12 million images from the Getty Images website without permission or compensation. They even apparently have evidence that the AI bot produced work so similar to the images from the Getty Images website that it even had the Getty Images watermark on them. There are also lawsuits against DeviantArt and Midjourney, claiming that they took work from millions of artists without consent, without compensation, and no attribution or credit given. Even going back as far as 2021, TikTok agreed to settle a lawsuit with someone called Bev Standing because they used her voice scraped from the internet by their AI bot in their popular text-to-speech feature. We all know that voice that overlays TikTok videos. They took that person's voice without her permission, and TikTok ended up paying her an undisclosed sum and also agreed to license her voice as part of that agreement. So how is this all a problem when the AI bots are meant to be only using this data for training purposes and not to actually copy, replicate, or even use somebody else's work as inspiration? Well, in terms of media and art, it's not just about blatantly copying someone's work. Even if you are wanting to create something in the style of someone else's work or a particular artist, you are actually required to pay a commission to that person or license an image from that particular person. With AI, everyone on the planet can now use artists' work, even just the style of it, without any compensation whatsoever. So what does that all mean for us as book publishers who have already used or want to use AI in the future to help create low content books or to write high content books? I think the answer is pretty clear, and that is to use your own original work as much as you possibly can, or hire somebody to create original works for you. I know that this isn't feasible for a lot of people who want to publish books, and I know that a lot of people are going to use AI, and some unfortunately are going to abuse it, but you can't really ignore what's going on and what's currently happening in the world of AI. Otherwise, it could come back to bite you later on. It may come down to something like third-party platforms like Amazon KDP will not allow any books generated using AI to be sold on their platform. Or at the very least, books will have to be categorized as having content created by AI bots within it. Perhaps we may receive a lower royalty for books with AI content in them, or we may have to share our royalty with the original owner of the works that the AI content was generated from. Or we may not even receive royalties at all if we publish books containing content that was generated by an AI bot. It will be really interesting to see how these third-party platforms that we sell on will handle this, because at the end of the day, honestly, it isn't really fair for us to make money using other people's copyrighted work. And more importantly, it isn't legal. And you just have to put yourself in the shoes of those people. Would you be happy if an AI bot took content from your books and shared it with other people to use and to create products that they can sell and make money from what was originally your work? And it's also not just up to us as publishers to make sure we're doing the right thing. It's also up to these AI bots and these AI companies and the learning algorithms that they use to make sure that they are collecting this information and using it legally. There are already companies doing this, thankfully. Shutterstock is one of my favorite stock image websites to use, and they have been using or integrating OpenAI since 2021. And from the very beginning, they have made sure to compensate any creator with royalties if any new content is created by Shutterstock's AI generator and includes their work. And creators can also choose to have their work or their data included or excluded from data scraping. And realistically, this would be the most suitable, easy, and logical way for this whole AI world to work. That being that any AI bot must get permission from a person to include their data in the scraping process. And then if that person's work is used in any way whatsoever, they're compensated. So I think it's a very interesting time right now in the world of AI, and the fact that it has just taken over almost everything we are doing right now online. And while AI has been around a really, really long time, I think it's just always been something that's been happening in the background that us normal people didn't realize was being used on websites, and us ourselves didn't really use it on a daily basis. And this year, it has just exploded to become something that everybody is using for almost anything that you could think of. Let's hope that we can see a positive outcome and a positive way to be able to use these AI tools that benefits everybody, because when used properly, it is a really powerful tool. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I'd really love to hear your thoughts about AI and whether you like it or not, whether you use it or not, or whether you plan on using it in the future. Let me know down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.